From today onward, I will spend a lifetime telling the internet about the cosmos. Even if, for now, only a few signals are listening. And if one day this channel gathers millions of people who still look up at the stars with wonder, then that will become a cosmic romance created by both you and me. When I was a kid, I thought finding another Earth would mean finding another home. I imagined blue oceans, green continents, clouds, storms, maybe even lights on the night side of the planet. Back then, the words habitable planet sounded almost magical, as if somewhere in the dark there were other worlds quietly waiting for us. But the more I studied astronomy, the more I realized something uncomfortable. A planet can look promising from far away and still be completely dead. Tonight we explore why habitable planets may still be lifeless worlds. NASA has now confirmed thousands of planets beyond our solar system. Some are gas giants. Some are scorching hot worlds orbiting dangerously close to their stars. Some are frozen, distant, strange, and nothing like Earth. But every once in a while, we find something that makes people stop. A rocky world, an Earth-sized world, a planet orbiting in the habitable zone, and almost immediately, headlines begin to sound hopeful. A second Earth, a possible home, a world where life could exist. But this is where the science becomes much more careful. The habitable zone does not mean a planet is habitable. It means the planet is at a distance from its star where liquid water could exist on the surface if the atmosphere is right. That last part matters. If the atmosphere is wrong, the planet may freeze. If the atmosphere is too thick, the planet may become an oven. If the star is too violent, radiation may strip the atmosphere away. If the planet has no magnetic field, charged particles from the star may slowly tear its sky into space. So when we say a planet is in the habitable zone, we are not saying it has oceans. We are not saying it has trees. We are not saying it has animals. We are not even saying it has air. We are only saying that under the right conditions, water might be possible. That is a much colder sentence than most people imagine. One recent NASA discovery alert made this painfully clear. A candidate planet called HD 137010b may be a rocky world slightly larger than Earth. It orbits a sun-like star about 146 light-years away. Its year may be similar to ours, and it may fall near the outer edge of its star's habitable zone. At first, that sounds incredible. A rocky planet, a sun-like star, a roughly Earth-like orbit. That is exactly the kind of phrase that makes people dream. But then comes the uncomfortable detail. NASA noted that this world could be colder than frozen Mars. Its surface temperature might be around -90 degrees Fahrenheit or -68 degrees Celsius. That is not a garden. That is not a beach. That is not a future city under alien clouds. That is a frozen silence. And even that is not certain. Because HD 137010b is still only a candidate. It needs more observations before scientists can confirm that it is truly a planet. This is what modern astronomy feels like. We find a possible Earth. Then we slowly remove the fantasy. A planet can be Earth-sized and still be hostile. It can orbit a sun-like star and still be frozen. It can sit near the habitable zone and still have no life at all. The same lesson appears in one of the most famous planetary systems ever discovered, TRAPPIST-1. When NASA announced this system years ago, it captured the imagination of the world. 7 Earth-sized rocky planets orbiting a small red dwarf star. Several of them located in the star's habitable zone. For people who dream about life beyond Earth, TRAPPIST-1 felt like a cosmic treasure chest. I remember reading about it and thinking, this is the kind of system we always hoped existed. Not one world. 7. A compact family of planets, only about 40 light-years away. Close enough in cosmic terms to study, far enough to remain mysterious. But Webb has started to change the story. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has been observing the TRAPPIST-1 planets, trying to understand whether any of them have atmospheres, because atmosphere is everything. Without an atmosphere, there is no stable surface water. No weather, no protection, no pressure for liquid oceans. A rocky planet without an atmosphere is not Earth. It is a stone. So far, Webb has found little atmospheric evidence for the inner planets TRAPPIST-1b and TRAPPIST-1c. For TRAPPIST-1d and TRAPPIST-1e, the data is still being studied, but scientists have already ruled out thick hydrogen atmospheres. That may sound technical, but it matters. It means the easy, obvious atmosphere is not there. The answer is not simple. TRAPPIST-1d is especially interesting because it is rocky, similar in size to Earth, and located near a region where liquid water might theoretically exist. But Webb did not detect molecules common in Earth's atmosphere, like water, methane, or carbon dioxide. Scientists are still considering possibilities. Maybe it has a very thin atmosphere. Maybe clouds are hiding the chemical signatures. Maybe it is a barren rock. That is the strange beauty of this field. We are not simply looking for planets. We are learning how often hope survives contact with data. And TRAPPIST-1e may be even more important. It sits in a location where surface water could theoretically exist, but only if it has the right atmosphere. NASA reported that Webb has found no definitive signs of an atmosphere around the observed TRAPPIST-1 worlds yet. For Planet E, researchers have analyzed only part of the data, and the story is still open. It might have an atmosphere, it might not. It might be a world of oceans, or it might be another silent rock. This uncertainty is not a weakness of science. It is science doing its job. The universe does not owe us simple answers. And the more we learn, the more we realize that Earth is not special because it is rocky. Earth is not special simply because it orbits the Sun at the right distance. Earth is special because countless conditions happen to work together. Distance, atmosphere, magnetic field, plate tectonics, stable climate, liquid water, chemistry, time, and maybe luck. A planet needs more than the right address. It needs a whole chain of survival. This is what I think many people misunderstand about the search for life. We are not looking for a copy of Earth because Earth is ordinary. We are looking for a copy of Earth because Earth may be incredibly difficult to repeat. A world can be the right size and still die. A world can have water and still never produce life. A world can have life and still never produce intelligence. A world can be alive for billions of years and never send a signal into space. When I was younger, I used to look at NASA images and imagine the universe as full of destinations. Now, I see something different. I see filters. Every planet has to survive its star. Every atmosphere has to survive radiation. Every ocean has to survive freezing or boiling. Every living world has to survive time. And every civilization, if it ever appears, has to survive itself. That is why the phrase habitable planet feels different to me now. It no longer sounds like a promise, it sounds like a question. Can this world keep an atmosphere? Can it hold water? Can chemistry become biology? Can biology become intelligence? Can intelligence avoid destroying itself? And if the answer is no at any step, the planet becomes another silent point of light. This is why I think the search for life is both beautiful and terrifying. Beautiful because every new world tells us that the universe is richer than we imagined. Terrifying because every dead world reminds us that possibility is not destiny. Somewhere out there may be planets that look almost perfect from a distance. Worlds with the right size, the right orbit, the right star, the right temperature, and still nothing. No forests, no oceans filled with life, no cities under alien skies, no voices, only rock, ice, gas, and silence. So here is the question I want to leave with you. If we find a planet that is almost Earth-like but completely dead, would that make you more hopeful or more afraid? Would it mean we are getting closer to finding life? Or would it mean Earth is far rarer than we ever wanted to believe? Some people think every Earth-like planet is a promise waiting to be confirmed. Others think every dead Earth-like world is a warning. I want to know which side you are on. Because maybe the most frightening discovery would not be a hostile alien civilization. Maybe it would be 1,000 Earth-like planets, and not a single one alive.